My role is Director of Operations for the Walpole Island First Nation. If you look at Walpole Island, or Bikejwanan as we call it, we're really the last piece of real estate in North America, along with a few other reserves that are part of the indigenous land holdings of North America, or Great Turtle Island as we call it. I was involved in the effort to bring natural gas to the community. The reason natural gas appealed to me is the fact that most of the hydro coming in this country were big, massive dam projects. Initially it was to heat the band buildings and provide natural gas for the Tugoniang farming enterprise. That if their costs are reduced, that means more revenue that comes back to Whiffin community.
We farm around 5,000 acres or 2,000 hectares here on Walpole Island First Nations. We grow soybeans, corn, tomatoes, carrots, onions, a few other crops, wheat. We dry approximately 400,000 bushel of corn here at our operation. Our propane cost on an annual basis ranges anywhere between $50,000 and $100,000 a year, and it's been estimated that we would save using natural gas approximately 50%, so that would help us along immensely. Getting natural gas here will give us an opportunity to improve our new dryer system that we're going to have here, which would make it a little more efficient.
So there's a very strong connection there. If we save $500,000 a year in heating these buildings, that's $500,000 that comes back into the community in the way of programs that are delivered or that don't get delivered because the funding doesn't stretch far enough.
I do a lot of reading programs with schools. I'm on the Board of Education. The province only gives us $13,000 to run the library for the year. When I came back last year, I noticed that I said, why are the heating bills so high? Gas line comes in, the guy who did the furnace came in and checked and set it all up. But you know what I noticed? I went from being cold, I'm a cold person. I usually wear 3 or 4 or 5 sweaters. But almost immediately, like the air heated, the air warmed, It was so nice and warm in here. If the hydro bills here go down and down, the money that was allocated towards that, I can now put someplace else.
The people of Nipissing First Nation have lived in this area since time immemorial. There's archaeological evidence going back more than 10,000 years of consistent habitation of this area. In modern times, Nipissing First Nation chiefs and headmen signed the 1850 Robinson-Huron Treaty. So for the last 150, 160 years, this community's worked to protect its culture and identity and to build a strong, nurturing community for future generations.
We both come from big families. I have 10 brothers and 2 sisters, and Anita's family has 9 sisters and
2 brothers. Mm-hmm. And we've been married 34 and a half years.
When we were on hydro, it was costing us around $7,200 a year. And then we switched over to natural gas 2 years ago, and our savings have been around $3,000 a year. I mean, there's been some healthy jumps in the last 2 years with hydro, so we're glad that it happened. It was just like the right time for it to happen, and we jumped in.
Perfect, yeah.
The band had a gentleman by the name Tom Lambert who set up meetings down with our community talking about natural gas and, showing us the savings that possible.
We have a lot of support when it comes to Nipissing Nation. It is something that we brought up with the membership and non-members within Nipissing Nation to educate them on natural gas and bringing in these services into the community.
The Union Gas pipeline has run through the community for many, many years. And we saw that as an opportunity to, not just have the pipeline run through the community, but for our members to benefit from the energy that was present here. The members of Nipissing First Nation view themselves as stewards of the land, and it's important that home heating not just be cheap, but that it meet those other values as well. So, having clean and efficient home heating is something that's important to all of us.